Just give me just one moment and then I'll get started. I'll go ahead and at least get in the game. Okay, good. We got into the game just fine. So I'm going to try to get that stress meter down before doing anything, but that'll give me plenty of time to explain the absurdity of what's going on here and kind of what has brought us to this point. So I've been doing research on this game because I've been trying to figure out, first of all, if, like any of this stuff that we've been experiencing is either intentional or unintentional or what have you. And the thing that I am slowly learning is that the developer of this game is apparently a masochist. So I'm going to go ahead and give kind of like my sort of final thoughts on this game because I have a feeling we're really close to hitting a point where I'm probably going to be done with it here soon. So here's the idea. The original version of this game had all of the parts to the car in the garage where you could easily access them. And I can understand from a developer standpoint not necessarily wanting to make it, like the easiest thing in the world to do. So one of the things that was in the dev notes was that they were going to take away like the blue van, for example. Which, whenever I was watching gameplay video footage of this in the past, that was a big way that people got around and did jobs to make some of the money and stuff like that, as well as acquired some of the like food and additional parts. That's all fine and dandy, you know? I also figured out that in this recent one, in this recent patch, they decided to get rid of the blue van, which that was like video 1, people were already kind of commenting on that, and little did I realize that they were kind of like the precursor warning to all of this. Like to the credit to the person who kind of like first showed up on my video and was commenting on that, I didn't realize just quite how like much of a premonition you were giving me in regards to this game and the fact that that is the case. But you know what? Like we had to go and get like a fan belt or something like that from we had to go and get a fan belt as well as some spark plugs from the store. And I honestly think that that's completely fine and dandy. That's the game giving you a chance to kind of go in and experience the world. Like I openly welcome the fact that that is a thing that you have to do. But ultimately, like, it's still kind of a frustration in my eyes. I'm trying to get this thing heated up faster so that I can get started on what my goal is with this video. Although, this may very well be a short outing depending on how everything goes. But, like, with my past few videos, I've been doing things like saying, oh, well, I'll just go and check, like whether or not the uncle will come back so I can borrow the car. Which, fuck it, I'll go ahead and try to do that right now. So I was thinking, well, like he's obviously got to have a cycle, right? He's got to have some sort of AI loop where he's like guaranteed or at least like moderately like scheduled to be at a certain place at a certain time. As it turns out, the uncle's schedule is just sporadic as all hell. So the blue van is kind of out of the question just because of the fact that us having a chance to actually borrow it is going to be a long period of time of me just like kind of wandering through the wilderness, just hoping that I can actually get somewhere with it. Problem number 2. I'm at a point with the car now where I just need to put the tires on, and like that's like the last big thing before I can like really continue working on the rest of the car, because as you can kind of hear, anytime that thing is not jacked up in some way, it is like bumping and grinding really badly, and I do not like the sound of that at all. I'm gonna try shutting this door and see if that helps with the temperature. So I looked up where to find the tires, and you know, like the tires are in a little bit more of a sadistic place. Anybody who's been here since the beginning would remember the time that I got nearly stung to death by bees. That was a fun time. Had a lot of goofs and gaffs there. So the idea is that the tires are actually in this mansion. Like this old abandoned mansion where there is a lot of bees. And once again, you know, fair enough. Like, if I have to go on a small adventure to get the things, you know, that's fine and dandy. The problem therein lies is I have, like, I don't want to say, like, no motivation to go and do that, but, like, my desire to kind of go through everything that I'm going to need to in order to make that work is very limited. So I suppose that leaves the question of what the hell am I going to do then? Because I've just got done saying that I really just don't want to have to go through RNG the game to get the tires so that I can get that car working. Because my alternatives are either drive to the place on a tractor and then brave the wasps' nests to kind of get through there, which they did make a point of saying it like in the multiple form, in that I can't just deal with one like and just be done with it. And this leaves me in a pretty sour place, because if I could just find a way to get there and get the tires and get them home, then I could at least try to get the damn car built before, you know, like losing my mind and getting tired of the game and finishing it. Not to mention that, like, I'm getting to a point to where, like, most of my vehicles are starting to run out of fuel at this point. I was able to refill the boat, but the problem with that is now I don't know if I have enough fuel to get the boat back to the city to get gas. You know, like, it's about to be this very vicious cycle that I don't think that I'm ready to deal with. Like, I'll check the player controls here, but I don't think that we have, like, a real inventory screen. Let's see. Yeah, like, I don't see anything on here, just, like, the hand tool and whatnot, but... So that's currently where I'm at with this game, is the realization that in order to get anything accomplished on here, I need some sort of reliable transport, or literally any kind of transport if we're being honest. And I will say, there actually is something resembling that. And it comes in the form of that car that we saw the other day. Also, I got mosquito spray, so those bugs can fuck right off now. Hopefully it works anyway. So the crux of this whole thing rests on the fact that that old abandoned car can be dealt with if I use a screwdriver. I can actually start the car. And if I go at night, the hornets won't attack me immediately. But what I can do is spray them down with a fire extinguisher. So pretty much this stream is going to boil down to either I'm going to get over there and have at least a new car to drive around in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or I'm going to get stung by bees to death and die. But like I said, one way or another, we will have a new car. I just realized one last thing that I should probably do before. Let me go ahead and turn that light off so that I don't forget and like run down the battery. There we go. I'm gonna go check the map of my house because that way I can at least get an idea of where the hell I'm going with this. That mosquito spray really did not work too well, I don't think. So this might actually be a fairly short part, but ultimately, I'll get to that in a second. Let's just take a look. So, what I should honestly probably do is, as soon as I get the car, just go into the city and fill it up with gas. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Boat over here, car gas, and then from that point, I think I'm just going to get on this road and ride it all the way back. Okay. So back to what I was saying beforehand. I predict this is going to be like a very short stream one way or the other. Either I get the car and then I'm just going to try to get it to the gas station and then use that to like... I think I can save the game in the back of the car, I'm not sure. But if I can do that, then that's going to be the ending point of the stream for the time being. And then, you know, like if that all works out, then there might be a second part to this. Alternative number 2 is I get stung to death by bees, and if I die, then I'm just going to go ahead and call this game retired. Give me just 1 second before I start off on this journey. Alright, here we go. The best part about this is we get some nighttime boat driving. There we go. But I do at least know where I'm going. I'm going towards the radio tower. So getting back to what I was saying earlier, like about just like all the criticisms that I'm having with this game so far is like, I'm giving my kind of like final review on it because I have a feeling if this kind of frustrates me enough, I'm probably going to just jump away from it pretty fiercely. So I figured that most of this stuff that was going on was just kind of a case of, well, you know, like maybe the person's just, you know, like not aware that some of this stuff is a little bit unreasonable, is going to try to work with people to make the game like tolerable, palatable, exciting. But as it turns out, his kind of in-game intention of this, which I'm just going to go ahead and clarify right now. If this guy wants to do this kind of stuff and make this game as sadistic as it kind of sounds, you know what, that's more power to him. I respect his ability to have made this game and his kind of desire to make this game what he wants it to be. So whenever I kind of criticize all of this, you know what, like, more power to the guy. He made a cool video game about building a car. I'm not going to take that from him. But his intention with this game is to eventually spread the car out all across the island, basically. And whenever I think about it, having nothing but a scooter to use for the longest time and having no means of other transportation until you build the car seems kind of like a very counterintuitive way to get you to build the car. I absolutely do not like the idea of needing to get transportation so that I can get the means to make my means of transportation to get the things that I need for it. If that circular logic didn't make sense, then welcome to where I'm at right now. Okay, here's the dock. I'm just gonna pull up on this. I'm gonna do a little bit of reverse action here. Oh, that actually worked out really well. Gear select neutral. Engine shut off. Exit driving mode. Find my flashlight. Alright, I'm not going to be able to carry both things. Oh well. Let me just at least confirm that we are in the right place. Oh, that guy is in his house. Don't mind me, mister. Okay. Man, that flashlight is kind of trash. Okay. Alright, we need to turn it this way. I need to find my fire extinguisher. And that flashlight is really not good. Alright, so here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open the door here. I'm gonna put this down here for now. Alright. That's just so that we have that in there. Alright, here we go. It's do or die time. Now, according to this, I need to do this for a while. We're basically going to be using like nearly this entire fire extinguisher for this. That's the whole entire thing. Well, I suppose we'll find out really quickly if we got it or not. Where's the ignition at? Oh, goodness. Can we at least, like, get this thing positioned to where it can kind of illuminate what we're looking at? It does not appear so. Alright, I've got to find the ignition here. See the handbrake. Aha, I saw it. Oh, fuck. We didn't get it, we didn't get it, we didn't get it. Shit, shit, shit. Shit. Oh god, we might be dead. This could be the end. Yep. So we should have started it up first and then tried to kill the wasps. Alright. Well, it's been an adventure, my summer car. So if I try to go get those tires, it's gonna be that multiplied by like tenfold. So with that in mind, I think we might be done with our quest for the car. So, I have another potential idea for a game similar to this that I might try out, but we'll see what happens. As for right now, I'm going to go ahead and just call this one a bust. It's a fun game. It was fun getting the car built as far as I did, like particularly the engine, but I think that I am going to try to find a game that is a little bit less masochistic in nature at this point. Again, you know, no judgment to the guy who made this. He made a pretty cool Finland simulator. But I'm not, like, I just don't have the, like, kind of patience right now to kind of play something that's going to be quite this meticulous. So, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.